for anybody po, do you share po the concern of the Makabayan Bloc na yung pong pagpili ni Pastor Kibuloy kay former President Duterte as his assets administrator / caretaker could lead to some money laundering issues? That's how they put it. Your thoughts po?
If I could clarify, during the Committee on Legislative Franchise, when this was brought up, sa process sa pagpili ng administrator, klinaro naman po nila na yes, may papeles on appointment, pero it's only in case of inability. Meaning, hindi pa siya operative ngayon. So, I think it's premature to talk about that, but being a lawyer, diba, if they can prove or talaga siya po ang administrator, just in case lang, incapable to manage the assets si Pastor.
Konting dagdag lang. I believe this is the statement from the Makabayan Bloc. Tama po, no?
Yes po.
Oo. Ando dun yung fear nila na baka mag-lead ito sa money laundering. Now, the best person to answer that issue should be the former president. Maganda rin talaga si former president at sagutin niya bakit naging ganito. I mean, as a lawyer himself, was also been a former prosecutor, siguro alam niya yung reasons. Kasi nagkaroon naman ng, in fairness to the Makabayan Bloc, I believe they also had this confusion because it was all out in media eh. Na-announce kasi na siya ang magiging tagapagmahala. He will be the caretaker of the Bisaya. Kung sa Bisaya pa, siya ang kanang muasikaso sa tanan nga assets sa SMNI. Well, personally, I myself as a politician is quite surprised with that bold act. Kasi syempre, may investigasyon, may mga alegasyon ng let's say tax evasion or ill-gotten wealth or whatever the sources of the money of the businesses of the executive Pastor Kibuloy. Magugulat ka, why get a former president? No, so what's the direction? Is it because he can have a hand on, actually lang sa totoo nga, as of this point of time, we really don't know how much in terms of monetary value is the available cash and asset of Pastor Kibuloy, considering that he has been a religious leader internationally for a long time. So, andun ba yung fear? Now, there are cases, not in the Philippines, but abroad, related to this. Siguro dyan nanggagaling yung konteksto ng statement ng Makabayan. But again, ang hirap eh, kasi nagulat din lahat bakit former president ang magiging administrator. Kasi during the incumbency of former President Duterte, alam naman niya na meron ngang mga kaso ang Amerika or kung ibang bansa ba yun, I believe may mga na-hold din ng mga empleyado. So medyo masalimuot. So getting a former president as a possible administrator of your properties and your wealth can be misconstrued as hiding something. Kasi you have to get somebody powerful to do that. So siguro nahiya lang din si PRRD at tinanggap niya either nahiya siya na sabihin hindi o kung he's doing it as a friend or he's doing it as a lawyer. So all of these questions can properly be answered by the former president. Para naman mawala na itong mga lumabas na pangamba ng Makabayan Bloc.
Anybody else po? Thank you po.
Okay na. Thank you. Earl Tobias from IBC 13.
Sounds up.
Oops.
Good Good afternoon po, our good congressman and congresswoman. Sa akin lang po, the House leadership has also been very committed into tackling po yung NFA issue natin, no? As of now, Ombudsman ay nakatutok rin po dito, and it's marami pa pong mga nangyayaring development with the issue. Given now we're looking forward with what's happening next year, and baka ina-anticipate din ho ba natin na ito ay magiging isa sa mga malalaking priority ng Kamara bilang pagtugon po doon sa function nitong NFA, at what does it mean din po para sa ating taong bayan na maayos itong issue na ito? Thank you.
Obviously, I think the first issue has been, at least in the last year and a half, that food inflation has been one of the highest, no? And it was one of the biggest, almost, I would think, if I remember correctly, mga 50% contribution to our inflation. I think it was 50%. So anything that you can do to address food security and food inflation will redound to benefits to our people, no? Sa ngayon nga, may hearing din at discussion on minimum wage hikes and so on and so forth. Ang nagtutulak ho niyan ay pangangailangan ng taong bayan sapagkat may inflationary pressure nga naman. Dahil ho sa mga moves na ginawa ng Kamara, I think, no, particularly the aggressiveness by which the House leadership looked into the issue of food inflation, pababa po ng pababa actually ang inflation natin. And again, it really is because we're very deliberately and I think quite systematically addressing food inflation. So, ang madaling sagot ho sa tanong ninyo is yes, right? That's going to be a focus at the end of the day, I think, moving forward, because we need to sustain having to control inflation because it's the entirety of our economic recovery na iniisip po ni Speaker Martin, no? Madami hong ugat yan, madaming sanga, at lahat ho yan tinatalakay at pinag-iisipan actually ng House leadership. So the first is really yes, it's going to continue. The second is it really has to do with food security kasi pag gutom po ang taong bayan, napakahirap. Wala hong ibang pwedeng pag-usapan. So it's a very basic need, no? Kung ang sikmura nila ay walang laman, wala na ho silang pakikinggan, di ba? Na iba pang issue. So it's so basic and fundamental. It needs to truly be addressed. At hindi lang ho sa rice halimbawa, but on all the commodities, in our case, for example, sugar, no? Malaki hong issue ang food security. So it is going to be part of an important concern, no? For the House. Kasi kailangan na rin talagang siguraduhin na hindi masyadong mahal ang bilihin para may laman ng tiyan ng bawat Pilipino.
Nagustuhan niyo ba ang ganitong pagtalakay? Mag-follow sa Informador FB page at mag-subscribe sa Informador YouTube channel. Ang Informador ay nilikha ng mga staff ni Atty. Ricky Tumutorgo, aka Insurrecto, upang lalong lumawak ang inaabot ng pagpapalaganap ng katotohanan at labanan ang fake news at kasinungalingan.